Hello, welcome to our stream. This is International Master William Sladgie. William Pascal, this is our Friday Open Blitz Challenge stream. So, good to see you guys. We're going to be taking challenges 5+3 through 7. Excuse me, just 5+3. We're doing 5+3. I'm used to the same spiel every time. So we're going to keep it moving along so we get challenges from a lot of players. Not just subscribers, but everyone's welcome to challenge me to 5+3. Sorry for that false advertising there briefly. Just 5+3 challenges. What's up, guys? Asterbait, Merle Dixon, Moobot. Where's Mr. Coffee? Is he going to be late today again? We might have a backup mod. Mr. Coffee probably on the road. Very bad weather where I'm at. It's been horrible this week. The end of this week, just a disaster here. It's like a nor'easter. So nasty weather on the way. You can check out the stream, guys. We played one move in a correspondence game. Funny, I forgot I played a move in the correspondence game. Where is that? Somewhat unsound. Drawish rook endgame. Okay, guys, let's get started. Let's check out the. Hello from England. Someone unsound is back in merry old England. How does it feel to be back in merry old England? Someone unsound. They all make fun of him for his new American accent over there. It's cold. JCS back up. Our old mod has reappeared. We thought he was gone forever. We're very fortunate to have him back. Awesome to see you, man. JCS, Launch Papa. Launch Papa, 1 month subscriber. JCS, longtime friend of the stream. 13-month subscriber. Merle Dixon, 17-month subscriber. Asterbait, 21-month subscriber. Good to see you guys. Everyone's welcome to challenge me to 5+3. I'm going to be taking all challenges from established accounts. You don't have to be a subscriber on the stream to challenge me. How's my internet? How is my internet, guys? We're okay? My landline doesn't seem to want to work, so I think I'm on Wi-Fi, but it's all right. The Wi-Fi does work, even though I don't trust it completely. International Master Sladgie, sweet and easy to beat. You guys know that. Mirales. I wanted an easy game. The first game, man, get warmed up. I hate this arena stuff where you have to play the highest rated player. If you're the highest rated player, that's so stupid. The stupidest system ever, for me at least, because I don't play and I come on and I'm cold. And man, I mean, if I'm playing all day, no problem, but I need to get warmed up. Morales already, tough player. These are axe murderers, what I'm facing here. Just Chesic axe murderers. Morales, 1966, yeah, right? Sure, he's 1966. How's the beer? The beer, yeah, we got the Eastern European beer. Well, Central European beer going. It's not bad. I just started. A little bit of Pilsner Urquell. So, what are we going to do? Reverse BOGO? That's kind of lame. Reverse BOGO. Just randomly choose openings. Nimzovich. Good evening, Mr. Blobix. Truly evening where you guys are at. 6 hours ahead of me in Europe. Thanks everybody for joining me. Great donations this week from Mr. Slow Hand Grind, Mr. Jim, and Mr. Move 11. Oh, the G6. What do I do? It's always like tempting to think about taking on G6, but I'm just not that comfortable. I just don't like taking that much. Mr. Coffee's in the house. Mr. Coffee. Mr. Softy. What's up, guys? Mr. Coffee, you driving? You done working for the week? Is the work week over for you? You should be bowling on Friday nights. Home and done. How's the Friday night bowling scene? I mean, really, what's the best bowling night? Seriously. What am I supposed to do here? Yeah, I'd imagine. I would imagine to be the optimal bowling night. Think about the center. It's like my pawns are on the wrong color. I don't know, I'm just getting weird with the C3. I just feel like my pawn should be on dark squares now because my dark square bishop's gone. Your bishop's on the wrong color. Who are you talking to? Can't believe how fast he is. He never has to think. Very solid player. Usually pretty aggressive. Here he's been like restrained aggression. Last time he got blown away with black because he was too aggressive. The last time we played. Aspie, you're asking me if we're live? That's not a good sign. Inviting B4. Damn, dude. Literally inviting B4. This is kind of weird. I could play B4. It might even be a good move, but yeah, thinking is overrated. I heard that. The queen has been gravitating to the square forever. C4. Leaving the c-pawn backward feels a little scary, though. Damn, dude. Mr. Mora. It's the Queen's Indian attack, man. What do you want? RHM Press. There was this book on the Queen's Indian. I remember in the 80s, there was a chapter on the Queen's Indian attack. It's like, that's a thing? The Queen's Indian attack? Alright, so take... Time to get creative. It's just like the King's Indian attack, but it's a Queen's Indian. Oh boy. Oh boy. This could get kind of weird. That's definitely kind of a weird move. Queen G5. Lonely. Feels lonely out there. It's a little like the Fischer game we saw, that the Trojan Fischer game where the F-pawn got lonely. Lonely pieces, the theme of the day. Lonely pieces, lonely pawns. Assembly required. Oh, come on. Wow. No assembly required. This game, it's been a weird game. The little details. Take your time. You've got tons of time. We'd like to check Morales' games and see what his preferred time control is. I'm starting to like this position more. Seems like he's lost the wind out of his sails here. Now you want to trade queens. Give me that. Give me that open file. Before he has time for rook b6 being annoying there. Better structure. We have levels. This is level 1. Step plateau. The step plateau. Okay. Attacking my pawn. How dare you? c5. He's going to go right for it. Just attacks. He sees things and he just attacks them. It's very systematic. See things and attack it. How his mind works. Draw. Easy draw. Now it's a draw. Claiming a draw. It's a draw, clear draw. Forced. You found that move. Master had that. All right. So, walk like a deer in the headlights. Can't be passive in a rook endgame. Can't be passive in any endgame. I mean, passivity always is just always bad. Two pawns up. Should be able to take him out. How do we finish him off here? This guy just doesn't stop. Damn, dude. I think he's got another account. He's got another secret account, is my theory. He's higher rated with his secret account. Somewhere. Build me a bridge. I'm gonna get me a beer. I'm gonna get me another beer. You guys like one? Damn, dude. You suspect the king and pawn game is winning. Damn, that is just wrong. I mean, to make me play 53 moves for the first game, seriously? 53 moves. Let's check him out. What does he got? What does he got for time controls? 3,000 games, 10 bullet games, 8 blitz games. Bullet games, rapid games. He's actually got some rapid games going on. October 8th, rapid games. He's fast, dude. He made a terrible tactical mistake. Let's see. Inaccuracies, mistakes, blunders. What do we got? Somebody started the server analysis. 53 moves first game. I've got a mistake there. You see that graph there where it just fell off the cliff? That was our drawn rook endgame. My gosh. Alright, anyway, let's play again. Someone unsound Blobix. They just keep getting easier. All these guys are brutal. Alright, someone unsound. We can't play the Sicilian. Let's play e5. And he just plays this no matter what. You can just pre-move d4. Is that what you do? Someone unsound, you just pre-move like e4, d4, any, no matter what black does on move 1. Unbelievable. The center game. d5. Another lover of bullet chess. So what are we going to do here? The Scotch? You play the Scotch? No, you play the Scotch Gambit. So this is a Petrov. Literature. Double fist in it here. What is this? Okay, that's the Soltigo, right? Bishop c4, knight e4. Knight e4? Knight e4, queen d4, knight f6, castles. What is this again? Wait, what do you call this again? This is the thing? Is this just bad for me? Alright, I don't know. This is seriously an opening? This is Urasov Gambit? Really? Saltigo's favorite? No, right? I mean, it's different. Are you sure that's what this is? Is he supposed to be castled kingside? What is this? What is this nonsense here? No respect for principles in the opening from someone on sound. This is not a proper Urasov Gambit, right? Something's not right about this. Like, I'm serious. I don't think this is quite right for white. Someone wrote a great piece on this. They write about this. What? In Zane's? Robert in Zane? Are you serious? That's an actual person? Master in Zane. Why would I even castle kingside? Actually. I mean, this is just strange, dude. To have memorized this with white. And that's your serious opening that you're going to play? For bullet chess, someone on sound. You want to play real chess, or we're just going to play coffee house? I can't believe that. Multiple of you would play this. Of course, knight b5 is the best move here. The only gambit that you should respect. Oh my god. It's like the only gambit I don't respect. I have a pawn on d5. Oh my god. Bug meet windshield. That's the windshield right there. I mean, you're just running into it. I agree completely. I just have to be, you know, careful that nothing crazy happens, but this looks horrible for white. Truly horrible. Maybe there's some sort of scared me that you would even know this. More than one of you would actually know this opening. Would be even. This is so unsound. Completely unsound. Horrible. So Antonio thinks that white blinked with bishop b3. In good hands at one point, rook takes e6. I'm not sure. I suspect something's gone wrong here. White should have just sacrificed a piece on d5. I'm surprised you guys didn't recommend sacrificing a piece on d5. Knight d5, pawn d5, bishop d5, just a positional sacrifice of a piece for one pawn. See, the queen, I just leave it there because it's not hurting me, you know, it looks pretty. Rook e6. Of course, sack a piece on d5. You could be down a piece. Sack the queen on d5. Okay, here it comes. The death blow. Right. No, the bishop, I agree, you know, should be aimed at not at the windshield. Knight e2. Key maneuver. Terrible storm here. It's been horrible weather for days and days. I really should play like... Oh, I get it. He's going to play c4 next. Good God, man. Please don't play c4. Please. Don't make me sack my queen. Don't make me do it. I'll take. I really will. He's preparing c4, I think. I'm just kidding, guys. No one in their right mind would play c4 in this position. That's horrible. All right. So if I take, you take my queen. I take on b3. I was seriously thinking of sacrificing the queen for a pawn on b3 and a bishop. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Whatever. Never ever play queen a5. I told you guys a million times. I'm not really going to play pawn takes pawn. He thought I was really going to do that. There's no way I'm really going to do that. How about your king? Is your king safe? Are you sure? Do you know where your kids are? He seems kind of slow today. I think it's that, you know what I mean? It's not someone on Sounds Normal time zone. He's in the UK, so he's like got jet lag and he's just not himself. He's just not himself here. Ugh. 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 You got that. You can do that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can really do that? And this still can't be good for white. Little extra development. How about some extra development? Would like some extra development, please. And more. More development. So what's the deal here? The everything is hanging. It's pretty bad. His everything. He's probably playing for mate now. All right, so is this somewhat unsound or is this a real thing? I admit I was a little bit nervous. Okay, who plays this with white? Adiban lost against Bolakitan. Robert Bauer, excuse me. Not related to Christian Bauer. It's a fake Robert Bauer. And Boris Savchenko. Lots of wins there for white. You can see in the top boards. Knight takes e4. Queen takes d4. Simon Webb rated 2682. I think Simon's a little overrated. I know that he did chess for Tigers, but somehow 2682 seems highly recommended, but I don't think he's really a 2682. But he's playing black, so we'll give him a break. Knight f6, knight c3, c6. See, this is the key move. The Sladgie variation. c6 dubious. Damn, dude. c6 dubious? How dare you call my move dubious? Luc Burgess. He's a French player. I played him. Budapest. I don't know if you know him. Blobix. And Almira, who's been known in the French chess scene. But Luc Burgess. Burgess? How do you say it? How do you pronounce that? Burgess? d5, castle's queenside, bishop e7. So this is Simon Webb, 2682. Yeah, I think c6 and d5 does seem principled. Rook e1 and knight d7. I'm playing like Bruno Steiner, whoever that is. So he really has knight takes d5 here, according to the engine. This actually works. But Klaus didn't find that. Neither did someone on sound. Apparently this is a sacrifice that's sound. So I have to play bishop e7. I don't know, you guys. I think that I had the same game with Soltigo like a year and a half ago. When Soltigo was still my mod on my stream. We had a game in this line. And I probably played basically the same way that I did in this game. Oh, you played Burgess 20 years ago. It's 2017 moves. Oh, also on you. Okay. I think the other game I might have played bishop e7 in the other games. As most French players. Very good player. Yeah, he drew me. He must be good. No, seriously. So I fooled him with this. Knight bd7. Someone on sound missed knight takes d5. And Morales called bishop b3 a dubious move. I guess you were right. Faulty move order. I tricked him with my faulty move order. And then it's just all downhill. I mean, he needs to play knight d4. I don't know what someone on sound was afraid of, like knight h5 or something. He needs to play like a Petrov, sort of Nefedov style, knight on d4. Once he played knight e2, it's kind of over, I think. c4 was just a joke. I mean, I wasn't serious about you playing c4. You know, that's just ridiculous. I almost sacked my queen here. I mean, this actually looks like it could be viable. I mean, I was just kidding, but look at this. Just for fun. Just for fun. You could almost do this. If you just, you know, if you smoke a lot of dope or something. I mean, this is ridiculous, dude. Check this position out. I'm threatening knight d3 check, and the engine says you have to play king b1. Would someone on sound find king b1 here with no time? You know, this is kind of funny. This would be fun, you know, I have to admit. All right, guys, good game, entertaining. Blobix is up next. A good game, though, someone on sound. Very good pun. All right, we're progressing now to more aggressive openings. Almost every game. Oh, you lost him at 14. He blundered in a line that you'd already played against Afek. Yeah, Afek. I've never actually played with Yokanin, but he's a great guy. C4, B6. I befriended Afek at a tournament in the Czech Republic. many, many years ago, even though we've never actually met over the board. All right, c4, b6, blobby. What are we going to do with blobby? I mean, I'm not afraid to play the English defense with white. By the way, the Weed Master's here, so if you guys hear like loud TV in the background or something, because of the weather conditions that are like almost a hurricane outside, he's been forced indoors. And he's our gopher for Chinese food. d4, knight f6, the Blobix defense. I'm just trying to be creative here. Someone on sound, thank you for an entertaining game. Mushi pork. Don't forget. No, there's no mushi pork. I just like saying mushi pork. Crab rangoon. Hot and sour soup. Bishop b7. What do you guys like? What do you guys want? Some Chinese food? Great commentary. I even ordered Chinese food for the viewers. F3, weakening my king side. I'm just looking for inspiration here. Something different. You want A4. Cheer 100, G Sparks. He didn't cheer 100, but he has a cheer 100 badge, which is cool. You want A4. A4 is not happening. Maybe in the future. Tempting me into taking, and I didn't do that against our other customer. What do we do now? The double fianchetto. I think he must have the Chinese food on speakerphone or something. All right, bishop g5, g6. Bishop g5, g6. Guys, welcome to the stream. I'm just thinking about new ways to play chess here. So tempting to take. All right, I gotta sort out my king side. Okay, I don't know, maybe he's not talking the Chinese food. I don't know what he's doing. He must be doing something else. Talking to somebody on speakerphone. Okay, g6, queen d2. We're just thinking about bishop h6 maybe. I was very strongly tempted to take on f6, but I wasted all my time here. Sorry, guys. Who is that Infinite Flash Chess? We could end up with 3 mods in the chat today. We have 3 mods in the chat. They're just multiplying. Mr. Coffee, Infinite Flash Chess, and JCS. JCS? Infinite Flash Chess. Infinite Flash meet JCS. 2 blasts from the past in the stream. You guys, did you overlap at some point? I don't think so, right? Knight h3. That's kind of weird. I don't think that's a good idea. I thought he was talking to the Chinese food place, but I think I was wrong. He's talking to one of his friends or relatives or something. Bishop h6, and we go for it now with h4. h4 Ponda. Let's do it. Let's be ultra violent here. Not afraid of the Blobix. h4 Ponda. Okay, they're reaching out to her. That's what I was told. These annoying roommates. Terrible. So this is our h4 Ponda, and there's the h4. h4 is, you see the bamboo stalks form an h4. A lot of people didn't know that, the secret Illuminati messages in our stream. Now I feel better about knight h3, maybe down the line. So all the time I thought he was talking to the Chinese restaurant. It was like a friend or family member. h4. I'm talking about my friend who's visiting. He's got the speakerphone cranked up. We could practically hear their conversation. Uh-oh, e6. What's that about? h5. He's going to take with a knight. Fear not. Fear not. So what's this? Like bishop takes, queen takes h6, knight g4. No. I fear not. Having said A, we say B. B, B, B. I'm a little low on time. It's not really a Queen's Indian. I played the Queen's Indian attack today. This is the accelerated fianchetto. I mean, people are calling this opening some sort of like accelerated Queen's Indian. Is that it? Accelerated. Definitely accelerated. What's up, guys? Support the stream. Thanks again to Mr. Slowhand Grind, Jim, Move 11. Don't hesitate to support the stream, guys. Rook h6. Excuse me, rook h5. No, that's not the plan. That is not the plan here. Clean up on aisle 5. Mr. Coffee, you like bowling, right? Mr. Coffee's into bowling. G4. Aspirate, how do you feel about G4? Rook H2, preparing G4. What if we just develop now? F5. Alright, so how realistic is our compensation here? We gotta just play chess. It's an H file, it's an open, you know, it's Mr. Coffee. What do you think? Bowling? Plants versus Zombies. What do we got here? Unsound Sacrifice. I was criticizing someone on sound. Look what he did to me. He made me play like that. You made me play like you, like unsoundly. It's a little bit Blobix is doing though. You know, playing this like really dubious fianchetto opening. Sweet Jesus. Bob's here. Bob's always late. He's working. Working hard. Professional. Well, the election coming up, you know, in 2020. They've got the trolls. They got them whipping them hard. Troll. He was at troll practice for some foreign government or something. Okay. How was troll practice, Bob? Shall I sacrifice another pawn? Not just yet. The H file is somewhat dangerous. Man, I'm a little low on time. I'm comfortable with that. How's it going, Infinite Flash? Are you feeling infinite? How infinite? Well, this looks like a cold-blooded attempt at a queen exchange. He's going to go for 2 pawns. 2 pawns are better than 1. Queen f4. I could trade queens and still have compensation to some degree, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather not and say I did. This looks... He timed out? Did I time out? Blubix, how's your connection? Computer doesn't trust his position here. He just resigned. He knows he's lost. I was just going to play bishop e2. I mean, I saw it. You know, this is crushing. It's like queen f2, rook f1. I mean, there's no way this is okay for black. He has like no development. He's getting mated. Yeah. But I think his internet maybe crashed or something. I'm still in the US. I'm going to try to go back pending a real estate deal. Maybe we'll know this week. It's possible I'll know this coming week, whether or not I have permission to buy an airline ticket to go home from my legal team. Anyway, this was fun, guys. Save the dog and Yevgeny. Flash is a mod. He's counterculture. Reminds me of camel culture. Haven't seen camel culture in a long time. Maybe like his sister, since his sister's a streamer, he's not allowed to watch my stream or something. She was streaming the other day during my tournament, and I was thinking like maybe she doesn't let him play in my tournaments anymore because it would compete with her stream or something. I don't know. It would be good to get some strong players in the tournaments on Tuesday. I have to start paying people to play. All right, save the dog. Play e4. I'm feeling warmed up now. Yeah, who made Flash a mod? We must have been really desperate. The Caro-Kann. I didn't even think about it. You play the Caro-Kann, right? All right, whatever. You're hungry for real estate. That's cheesy. Jesus. Jesus, man. It was a moment of weakness. The Boleslavsky Gambit. Oh, I'm inspired by someone on Sound, I guess. We just keep playing dubious sacrifices and stuff. What is this? Is this a weird Wednesday? Save a dog. Too much of a chicken to take the pawn here. I have to admit that I think I probably chickened out too. This gambit I started playing because it was played in correspondence chess by Curious. I've had reasonable results with it. I've played it in tournament games. Unfortunately, I lost in the Hungarian Team Championship. A really stupid game to a guy who was like 2100, maybe about 5 years ago. It was so ridiculous. I was better the whole game. I don't even remember how somehow I lost. So his reaction here isn't great. But I don't really know like the theory of this gambit. I mean, it's not a gambit now because he didn't take the pawn, but whatever. Irish pawns. Irish pawns are smiling. The funny part is, like, if he takes the G pawn acerbate, I mean, that's kind of amusing, right? But bishop takes f5. I told you about this the other day. Bishop takes f5 acerbate. You should know about queen a5 check and queen takes f5 because this is a theme that we actually discussed in regards to you hanging a pawn on e5 in the Sicilian with white, like playing e5 in a situation where black can go queen a5 check and take on e5 with check. Acerbate should remember this. There is no Irish pawns because of bishop f5, queen a5 check. No excuse. Now he gets bishop d6. Actually, that's not a big deal. Queen is very artificially placed here. You just almost never want that to happen in the French or Caro-Kann. I'm reminding myself of Nefedov now. The other day, on Thursday, yesterday we saw Nefedov's game where he sacked a knight on f7 in the subscriber stream, and I criticized him for being unsound. We're setting up a Nefedov-like formation. Queen e2, knight e5, knight f7. Resigns. Draw. Draw. I sack knights so I can draw. Welcome to my stream, guys. I'm here to make fun of my subscribers. No, I'm just kidding. I might as well just like take on f5 at this point. It almost seems like. I seriously thought he might even play bishop g4. It's not such a stupid idea. Okay, what do we got? Knight e5 castles kingside. Knight g4. Doesn't do anything. What do we got? Heavy breathing. All right. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do that. It's an old habit. Old habits die hard. 95 castles, I suspect. Then what's my next move? We have a definite slight advantage. It's not that convincing. What would Kamsky do? Like a4. Ernest Victor like put his game with Kamsky on Facebook, but I kind of didn't understand why. You know, it was like we were talking about it. Somebody brought it up yesterday, or maybe I brought it up. But like, you know, a draw with Kamsky with black, it's okay, but I think when you're 2600, it's not a big deal. You know, if you beat him, it would be something. It's not hard to get a draw against the London system. The question is beating the London system. You know, beating Kamsky's stupid London system would be awesome. That would be something to be excited about. We got c4 castles d5. I think this might work. Go for it. Go for the jugular. Find the weak point and attack it. Like Morales. Alright, at least it's a plan. We're ahead in development. We're trying to open up the position. We've got d5, we've got queen b3. We've isolated like two kind of like weak points in the black position. This break, the b7 pawn, and the unprotected e7 guy. Yeah, I don't think we're dropping frames. So should I go d5? He has rook d8, or take rook d8? If I just play queen b3 first? One of the points of what I did was that I did stop queen b5. My pick is static. I have no notification of drop frames at all. What are you talking about? My stream looks good. That's weird. I think that I'm good. We don't even have any lag at all. If anybody's like giving away spoilers, they're gonna just give moves to my opponents. We're that good. So d5 looks just very powerful. Very powerful. Blueberry. 95. What's your favorite monster cereal acerbate? 95. Blueberry. Does anybody remember that? Do they still have that? Do we just crack him with d5? Crack this crab. Cracky crab. Count Chocula, Blueberry. You guys remember that? You have to be American to appreciate such stupid things as monster cereal. Frankenberry, exactly. Which cereal is black's position? You can vote. Concrete issues. I was patient, I used my time, and I found a way to get an advantage of some sort. Bishop c5. Take it easy. Play structure. Structure chess. Obviously, somebody's got some eyes on f2, but we're not going to let him harm us. Just concrete weaknesses. This whole thing. Lots of pawn moves. We've only weakened ourselves very slightly with c4. Coming to a theater near you. Dr. Sleep. There's a new movie coming out. I just thought of that last night. I saw the trailers for Dr. Sleep. Most Stephen King movies are terrible, so I'm not getting my hopes up, but movies based on Stephen King novels. They're billing it as a follow-up for The Shining, which is kind of hard. Kind of a stretch. All right. So we just gotta displace that. Displaced aggression. It's great when my opponent just plays every single move like I anticipated. He's a good player. I also had knight d4 there. The good thing about playing good players is that you know what they're gonna do. You know, when you play bad players, sometimes it's harder because you literally have no clue what to expect. They're just doing like random stuff. Save a Dog is strong enough that obviously he's not doing random stuff. I mean, he's doing stuff that kind of makes sense. Give me that. I'm not sure it's my only option, but I like being up a pawn. I like pigs on the 7th. Pigs in a blanket. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, he lost on time. Unusual for him to lose on time. Very good increment player. But here I wonder if I make a mistake. Oh, the computer wants to trade rooks and play g3. That's interesting. I thought he has some counterplay here, and if I play rook e1, it would be less. HDFP, thanks for the donation. Save a Dog. I don't know why I'm thinking of all the cereal. I think I'm subconsciously hungry. What's up, guys? Chinese food coming along a little later. It's a little early yet. So, Interactive Chess, also a streamer, is challenging us. I've got open challenges, guys. Easy to beat. Paytar, WC3, World Champion 3. Thank you guys for being subscribers. Supporting the stream. Maybe we get some more people over 1,000 bits. Mr. Slowhand, 6,500 bits this week. That's awesome. Yevgeny. We still got a stream Thursday. Don't forget the weekly end of the week, stream week. The end of the stream week is Thursday. I'm crazy. It's Sunday. Excuse me. Yesterday is Thursday. Never mind. The end of the stream week is Sunday, and I'm doing a simul every week. 25 players. It is weird that I've had 2 losses on time. Is my connection okay? I think I'm timing people out somehow. Oh, the C4 is a weird move. Not commonly seen. I think Weedmaster's eating. Weedmaster, you're not supposed to eat. We have Chinese food coming. What are you doing, man? No eating. This is such a weird setup for white. You're not allowed to eat before the food comes. Good evening, y'all. Today is the day I win against this man. I hope not. This is such a weird setup. You play like C4 and E4, and then you trade off your center, and you go for like the white squares. It's really bizarre. Like, who plays that? I mean, it would be like really materialistic to go bishop d3 and try to take the pawn on c4, I think. I'm not even going to calculate it. My house is like an echo chamber because I literally like emptied out my house, sold everything. I have just the minimum necessary belongings. So my guest in the house is like in the other room. Everything you hear, everything. In fact, once I was sleeping last week, and a hanger, a tiny little metal hanger that was holding up a painting, like fell on the floor in the middle of the night, and it scared the hell out of me because I thought it was like a broken glass or something. The tiniest sound in my house makes this like huge echo chamber sound. We have awesome what do you call it? I can't think of the word for sounds when you're recording and stuff. It was just bizarre. I was in the middle of sleep, and in the hallway there was a sound like a light bulb like crashed to the floor in the middle of the night. And I was like, wait, that's crazy. There is no light bulb in the hallway. There's like a nightlight or something that's not even glass. So I thought I was just dreaming it, you know? And in the morning, when I woke up, I walked out in the hallway, and I walked in the hallway. There was this something under my feet, like a tiny metal thing. And it was just like a little metal pin, basically. And I was like, that's weird. What is that? You know, and it was out of the wall. And it sounded in the night like it was a huge light bulb had smashed on the floor. That's how it sounds now. Someone's in the other room, and they're doing something. Queen h3. Reverberating. Nah. I was looking for another word. The acoustics. Thank you. Acoustics. You have hate mail. I'm always afraid to open my messages while I'm streaming live. You know I have a good reputation, right? That's weird. It's funny how I look at the stream on Twitch, and then I'll look at it on Streamlabs, and everybody has different colors. The same chat comments had different colors. Reverberating acoustics. He found it. He found the move. H5 Ponda. Okay. Stopping my subtle threats of knight g4. Pawn takes pawn. Rook takes. See, I'm afraid he's gonna like clog it up with f5 a little bit. I mean, h5 is actually not such a stupid move. But I really need to be principled here. Knight d4. Castles f5 concerns me very greatly. But it's possible that white is just doing well here. Doesn't seem fair. Alright, whatever. I guess I could play g6 if I had to. Kind of a weird move. Stick a knight on d4. He's got a white square bind he's been playing for from move 7 or something, you know, essentially. This whole weird opening. Like, to play c4, to play the open Sicilian, then play like c4. It's such a bizarre... I mean, f5 is a little controversial, probably. The best way of playing this with black would probably be to not play f5 and play more gradually. I'm weakening my white squares quite a bit. I mean, his queenside is bottled up. Would it be ridiculous to play at h5 anyway, like f5, h5, with the idea of knight g4? Both sides stand badly. I agree with that assessment. Seems like a smart evaluation. I'm playing some sort of, what's it called? Knight g5. Interesting. I don't like this, really. Queen's almost trapped. Knight f2. Didn't even see that. Kind of frightening. Lucky my queen's not trapped. I can't really get a handle on this player. It seems like he's different every time I play him. I have no idea about his style or anything. Really, after 9 games, I can't even make a comment. Hard to nail down. I don't like my position greatly. I don't think he should trade queens, but in any case, I think his position is still okay. Both sides are okay. I was more concerned about g4 maybe, because it's weird for my queen. We need to break free. want to play g6, but maybe there's other things I can do here. What would Asterbate do? Knight b4? Seems wrong. Let's do it. I'm just kidding, Asterbate. Ghost Man. That is a cool emote there. The RPG Ghosto. I like that. Copy. I can't copy and paste.
That's so nice.
Dude,
Just
what?
ask me what you'd like me to do.
What?
And I'll try my best to help.
What? What? When I have 1 minute left, you're gonna start? We have relationship issues with Alexa. Knight d3, knight e7 check, rook e7, and then knight d6. Or I can take. Take and try to equalize. Knight d3, knight e7, rook e7, knight d6. And like e4. Huh. Structure is pretty dubious. Guess we'll just play it safe here. Mother of all bishops. The Angry Bishop. It's a great pub. Have you ever been there? The Angry Bishop pub. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Managed to win a pawn. I still don't feel like I'm up a pawn. It's ridiculous. King g2. Wow, this guy must be an endgame specialist. Well, that's a mistake. Isn't it? But is it a draw? This is a draw. Clear draw. Can't believe I won. I think I was actually close to worse there. Yeah, no, a good game by White. That was a really good game. I didn't enjoy it, you know, I'll just put it that way. I don't know if I was ever lost, but I never really liked my position till the end. Like, yeah, I mean, okay, g4 is a blunder. I literally almost lost on time here playing rook f6. I spent all my time. I was afraid to play g4 because it overextends my pawns. Couldn't calculate. So I found rook f6 finally. I mean, with like 4 seconds left. Spinocchio invited me to Spinocchio's study. Oh, alright. At least it wasn't hate mail. Interactive Chess, Mr. Coffee, Williamsburg, and SB362. Guys, we're just taking challenges from all the established accounts I can get my hands on. If you have approximately 100 games on lichess played, I'm happy to play your challenge of 5+3. Casual, no rated games, too many rating points to be lost here. I actually gained a few points back. I'm trying to get back to a reasonable rating here. All right, I haven't had much time to play extracurricular chess. Interactive Chess. Now, Interactive Chess also streams. You guys can follow him on Twitch. What am I gonna do? Again, another player who I've only played like 7 times. I don't know too much about his style. He plays some sort of King's Indian-ish type of stuff. I'm afraid to play e4 against people I don't know because I'm not really a native e4 player, and there's certain openings I don't like to face that much when I play e4. So I prefer to know what people play before I choose to play e4 against them. Sicilian I actually like to play against. I don't mind. If everybody promised to play the Sicilian, I could be an e4 player. But the French, I just do not like playing against the French, for example. Last game, though, was a good game by my opponent. I mean, I think that should objectively be a draw. Williamsburg. He's from Brazil. I think they have states. Queen c7. All right, we're going to do g3. All right. I love the fianchetto setup. Against anything in the realm of e6 Sicilians, this is so solid for white. Knight f6. Whatever happened to our German opponent? Aldisto was his name. Aldisto just sort of disappeared. I mean, I know it's hard for some of you guys because of stream times, like the European players can't stay up all night necessarily. Some of you do, and I appreciate it, but not everyone can. There was this one player, Aldisto, who played this type of variation with black against me repeatedly. He kept trying to play like the Ponda, the caveman sort of fishing pole type of idea, you know, with h5 and stuff. But it's not the soundest approach here. I had a game with a Romanian IM in this line. Lucian Philip, I remember. That was a long time ago, Interactive Chess. When I first, it was back in like 2006, maybe 2007, 2008 at the latest. I played this line. Philip Lucian. He's like a strong... Bishop f4 is a move here, by the way, I think. Strong Romanian IM. Might even be a GM by now. I also remember my good friend Alexander Ivanov playing this line with white. When he froze his feet and he played the... It's not a joke. He got frostbite on both feet. Was it one foot? He got frostbite and played the air flat open with very serious frostbite. A very serious frostbite injury, and played the tournament despite it. Remember, he was playing a guy in this line. He had his foot up on a chair. They had to prop him up while he was playing in the tournament. I didn't really follow the Isle of Man. I just saw that Magnus was playing and had like 1.5 out of 2. I don't have time to follow such things. But I will pay attention to my friend Erdos Victor drew with Kamsky his London system with black. I mean, it would be cool if it was like matches. I'd like to see Kamsky play Erdos a full-on match. But let's see, castles. Bishop f4. Knight a4 is another move. So what do we do here? Like bishop f4, d6, bishop f4, d6, knight a4. This is probably theory. Bishop f4, rook d1, d6, rook d1. I don't know the theory, I just play on instinct. So, Isle of Man, yeah, I don't really know what's happening. I don't really like have time to follow stuff right now. I think in another month or two, I might be able to have a little bit more free time to actually pay attention to what's going on in the chess world. I had to sell my house, and it's been nothing but just worrying about stuff and working. Once this deal is done, I can start following the real chess world again. Even play. I'm supposed to play some matches in Hungary coming up in November. I'm supposed to fly back. You know, we're gonna find out next week if I can fly back and play for my team November 10th and November 17th in the Budapest Team Championship. I only play in the second division because my team is a fairly weak team. Okay, what are we doing here? Making up new theory. Perhaps the d5 square. Fighting for the d5 square. But it is like gotta be a nearly record type of tournament in Isle of Man. Huge event. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous how strong such an open could be with Carlsen putting his rating on the line. So now there's like candidate spots. I mean, what is the deal? Does anybody know what the deal is? I was asking my friend Joe, who's an IM. I just have random IMs laying around the house. And our other resident IM didn't really, you know, he's even lazier than me. He didn't really know what's going on. Well, my team, speaking of now back to the Hungarian Team Championship, my team was decent. Last year we made an attempt to get into the first division. So we put two teams together and created a strong team. And I was actually bored. I was actually ranked 5th. There were 4 GMs and me. But I was actually playing like board 3 in most matches because we only had maybe like 2 of the GMs playing at a time. But this year, all the GMs are gone. We split the team back up because we didn't make it to the first division, and we gave up. And it's now just a regular second division team. So I'm actually back to board 1. All that we can do is avoid relegation. So our team is basically, it's like a professional sports team that sold all of its good players, went into sell mode. So our team just sucks. But basically, they need me to help them avoid relegation at this point. All right, so in-game mode. I like my position, as does Magnus Carlsen. Carlsen Magnus, specialist of opposite bishop endgame. We love opposite color bishop endgames around here. Wow, this is looking like really bad for black. Is this just over? The magic queen. I'm specialist of opposite bishop. It's not fun to play ops color bishop endgames when the opponent has the initiative. I mean, there's no question about that. So he found a defense here. Queen e7. Staying alive. But it's still not going to be fun. I mean, he will stay alive, technically. I guess I could play rook d3. Anyways, whatever. He's going to stay alive briefly. I guess I could take with the pawn. It's not really the point. It's just gonna take a longer time to finish him off. British comedian. The Hungarian Marlins, the Hungarian Dolphins or something, like in the NFL, like the worst team in the NFL, they were debating today on cable TV. Who's gonna win between the Redskins and the Dolphins? Like, oh, it's horrifying. Alright, we need to bear down now. Bear down. There's no immediate win. What's he doing? Alright, so this gives me an idea. It's controversial. Controversial b4. Uh-oh. What's that about? He's gonna sack on... Yeah, but I mean... I can't believe it. Really? Bishop f2? Rook takes d6, bishop f2, king f2. Rook g3. There's also queen a7 check. No, that's going to leave him. Yeah, I don't believe this. He's doing it. Okay. Does he have perpetual or something? Rook g2 check. Sort of threats of perpetual for real here. That's annoying. I think this guy is serious. How do I avoid this ridiculous threats? It's a good thing my rook's protected. Alright, that was kind of a weird position. I'm sure that there was an easier way to do that. I want to see that position just before we go on to the next game to know when I thought forever there if there's a better way to play the position after Rook takes d6, bishop f2. This is funny. Yeah, rook d7. Okay. I mean, I can't believe it matters if I play king f2 first. He had queen a7 check. I saw queen a7 check. Why did I dismiss that? Not really sure. Apparently I'm winning anyway. This is just kind of weird. I mean, it was easily winning, but I was on the verge of panicking. I mean, obviously I could play like king c2 here. Nothing to see here. All right. Good try. Interactive Chess just subscribed to tier 1. Nice. Thank you, sir, for subscribing. Guys, you can check out his stream as well. Again, fellow streamer here. We got 44 viewers, guys. Please support the stream. We could use it. Thanks a lot, Interactive Chess, for doing that. That was a fun game. I was a little scared there, almost. I almost coughed up the loss on time. I almost went into the eternal sleep there. All right. Mr. Coffee, our moderator, is up. What's up, man? G3 is my weak spot in opening prep. I'll play G3 just for interactive chess. I didn't play G3 though, right? I played E4 today. I probably played G3. I don't know if I've played it. I mean, I played G3 a lot, not a lot sometimes, but I doubt I've played it against interactive chess. All right, MC Coffee. Guys, thanks for joining me for the stream. I'm sending out the Weed Master for Chinese food. Maybe that's him ordering now. Earlier call. Getting hungry. Fellow I am. He's lower rated, so he has to go get the food. That's how it works around here. Oh, you mean against the Taimanov? Okay, I followed you now. Interactive Chess was talking about G3 against the Taimanov, not just like G3. I thought he was like G3 on move 1, which wouldn't be relevant to our game, obviously. Mr. Coffee, would you like a pawn? Can I offer you a snack? Help yourself. Feel free to indulge yourself. The Weed Master. JCS doesn't know. JCS, I thought you watched the stream. You've been completely under a rock or something. Weed Master. Our friend Joe, he's retired. Retired I am. We send him out. We send him out for errands. No, he's a good guy, and he's helped me a lot. But he's not really a social butterfly. So don't bring him on the stream. He's like Columbo's wife. He doesn't really exist. I can't believe, Mr. Coffee, seriously, you're gonna take this pawn? Oh man. That is an imprudent thing to do. Mr. Coffee just wants to help the stream and help us. Help us help you learn, to avoid fundamental mistakes. Help us help yourself. Weed Master. It's legal here in this state. We're in Massachusetts. But he never cared about that. All right. I've got to watch out for what's growing in the backyard. We're joking about that in the summer. Got like a jungle out there. I hope the next owner doesn't find any weird plants growing in the backyard. Columbo's wife was actually in 4 episodes. That's weird. I never saw that. Mr. Coffee is an endangered species. He's on the endangered species list. Wow, she was married to Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson was definitely in some kind of everything. He was in everything. He was in old TV shows. You mean like the actress that played it, the Columbo's wife, was married to Charles Bronson, or Charles Bronson? I'm confused now. So the actress actually was married to Charles Bronson. Okay, that's funny. Mr. Coffee's done. He's done. So you can just finish this. The easy way. We can do this the hard way or the easy way, Mr. Coffee. Let's do it the easy way. Have bishops. We'll take things. Henry Airsword, I saw you followed earlier and challenged me before the stream started. So we play 5+3 casual. I know you were challenging me to like 10-0, which is actually a cool time control, but I try to keep it uniform for the stream with an increment. Hasidic Williamsburg, SB362. Now SB362 is a new opponent. Looks pretty strong actually. He's a little short of games. I normally wouldn't accept SB362, but I guess since he's from Scotland, I can probably let it slide. Let's make up random reasons to accept people. We don't have very many viewers from Scotland, so I'll make an exception for you. All right, Bishop A3. I did notice SB362 followed or something. Guys, follow me. I'm almost to 3,000 followers. I'm not big on, you know, I like Susan Polgar or something. I have to have 65,000 Facebook followers. I think it's cool that we have, you know, followers, and appreciate it if you guys do. Columbo might have had cross eyes. That's a good question. Very relevant to what's going on here. Okay, so I think we're done winning material now. I want to bring my pieces out. This looks a little slow. You know, objectively, I should just play like knight d2. Knight d2, knight c3. I just didn't like that knight hovering around that fork square on e2. It's sort of silly the way I played this, though. Slightly silly. Columbo really had a glass eye. It's funny because there's a street, little known fact about Hungary. Okay? There's actually a statue of Peter Falk on the street where the Hungarian Chess Federation is in Budapest. And does anybody want to know why? Because the street, he's actually, you know, related to the name of the street is Falk Miksha Utca, the center of Budapest, next to the Parliament building in Budapest. You can come and see the statue of Peter Falk. Great reason to go to Budapest, Hungary, to see the Columbo statue. Very little fact, very little known fact. Mr. Coffee's gonna need help. Mr. Coffee just does this to make us look good. He's normally much tougher. He just took on e4. It's like, he just wants to donate to the stream, basically. Nearly winning material. Probably missing something. F5. wasn't really the best execution by me. I'm only up in exchange at the end of the day here. It's really not very convincing play by this guy playing away pieces. The black king's not really happy. Give me that. Give me that open file. Fundamentalism. Rook d1, open file, king not safe, pawns are even, but we're up in exchange. Mr. Coffee likes this. He understands the principles of bowling. Mr. Coffee is like a former semi-pro bowler, so he's open files, unopposed open files make him uncomfortable. It makes me think of Plants vs. Zombies. Okay, that was fun, Mr. Coffee. Thank you for throwing that game to make me look better. I appreciate it. All right, Hasidic Williamsburg, good player, 19 plus. I think the other people who are lower rated shouldn't be afraid to play. I'm afraid that like most of our viewers who are under 1700, no, you should never take that pawn. Of course not. Your position is designed to be solid, but not grabbing pawns on e4. I thought you were just doing that to help me prove a point, Mr. Coffee. You're supposed to go along with it, you know. It's an elite stream, yeah. It's like only people who are 1900 plus play. And what's the average rating on lichess or online? You know, 1500. I think that Acerbate's usually a little bit brave. Yeah. Well, my friend Bokrosh Albert says that I play too straightforward a style JCS. Like, that's why I never got to GM or never had like GM norms and stuff. He thinks that if I played sharper, more complicated chess, it would probably be better. I think my style's a little too clean, you know, a little too straightforward. But I try to be instructive, particularly here on the stream, you know. Knight c3, a6. Wow, this is a weird line. Magnus might have played that. It's definitely been played by some Hungarian. Berkes parents played this, and it's a known entity. A known entity in the chess theory world. There's this Israeli grandmaster named Abadi who seems very creative and strong, and I think he played this in a tournament I saw a couple years ago. Basically, I'm just going to play an exchange variation, but a6 isn't such a bad a6 isn't such a bad move in exchange variation. But I'm not sure if Hasidic Williamsburg is supposed to do bishop e7 or not. I don't know this that well, though. I'm just kind of guessing here. e3. And then on the other hand, he might just be making stuff up. I definitely have too many draws, GCS. You know, this is an interesting move. Knight c6. It just jumped out at me. Huh. But Nabadi and these other guys were set up with like bishop e6 and somehow playing for a quick c5. So whatever Williamsburg is doing here is completely different. It's looking a little bit suspicious. Bishop f6, queen b3. He's got knight e7. I think that's actually okay for black. So he also has bishop f5 trying to play. I still think it's kind of a weird. He's basically playing the Chigorin, like a bad Chigorin here. Botvinnik wouldn't buy this for black. If you aren't a natural but have talent, becoming a GM would be hard work. Yeah, it's not like Anand. Anand probably like never had to work hard. He's such a natural player. I've always improved systematically. I mean, I've been playing chess in 35 years, but I improved very gradually. Then, unfortunately, I started playing poker, and I ended up focusing too much on poker. And I mean, it's stupid to regret things. I think you should just accept what you did and not look back and say, oh, I should have done this differently. But I feel like I could have focused more on chess. I might have had a shot to get to GM. After you become a GM, my friend Zlatko says that he's a GM. He said, like, title means nothing, rating means nothing. All that matters is winning tournaments, you know? It's kind of funny. It's all symbolic at the end of the day. Whatever makes you happy. I mean, I don't understand why Hikaru is like doing chess streaming. He should be focusing on playing. He's nearly one of the top players in the world, so he can try to do chess streaming when he's old and way past his prime. Man, if I was in the top 10 in the world, I definitely wouldn't waste my time being a chess streamer. All right, but it's all, again, what you want to focus on. This guy seems pretty good. He's got the system down. All right. Yeah, some people say Hikaru's washed up. I think it's just a matter of not focusing, you know. He's not working on his game, probably. It's hard to do two things at once, you know, focusing on streaming and trying to make money or playing chess. Grishuk also, you know, I think a player who, he was also really getting into poker, so it's always felt like Grishuk was another player who didn't quite reach the potential he could have. So this is obviously a fork here. What do I do? Take and play f3? Don't want to get mated. He's fast and good. Williamsburg plays this like he's played this like a million times. He's literally playing this game like he's played the system like a billion zillion times. I've got my queenside minority attack, but I weakened my kingside a little bit in the process. This pawn here is obviously a concession. Good game. Good game. It's close. He's got more time. The arthritic bones of Hikaru. He's ancient. I don't know, I just thinking about chess players, I was talking about myself, and I started thinking of other people who, you know, kind of maybe did the same thing where they're not quite focusing 100% on being the best they could be. They're getting distracted with other stuff, is what I was talking about. What do we do now? E4. E4, bishop e6, f4, f5. Go for it. This move I did not see. That's all right. No, it's not. It's not all right. I guess I have to reevaluate that whole variation, because this is a bit of a problem. That's the problem with doing something when your plan was faulty. Like my whole plan was to play bishop h3, rook f2, and I forgot that this is attacked. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Pretty good game by black. Like no mistakes. Good game, man. Just dropped a rook. It happens. My whole point was to play rook f2. Like that was what I looked at before. I mean, in this position when I played, in fact, b5. I mean, if you had played this right away, I would have hung a rook now. You know, because that was my plan. Oh no, I'm not hanging it. Okay, that's part of the problem, I think, here. You know, now looking at it in retrospect, the problem is that I looked at this variation, and in this line, obviously my rook isn't hanging. And so I transferred that, you know, I transferred that to my thinking in the other variation where, you know, the rook is just hanging. He had one inaccuracy, no mistakes, no blunders. It was a short game. It was a short game, but e4. I guess objectively e4 is a mistake. But it's a tough position to play. I have a fair amount of weaknesses. I have to be careful. You know, g4, f4. These moves are suggested by the computer, but you really need a lot of time to play this sort of strategic position. And you have me in time pressure. I have 1 minute, 2 minutes, you have 3. It's tempting to play e4. I mean, I really want to get something going. I mean, I'm hoping for bishop e6, f4, and you're toast. You know, I mean, this is more or less like, this is what I wanted, you know. I'm basically playing for this trick. And I'm so optimistic that that will happen, you know. I just kind of forgot about the possibility of just simply going here. And this is my pre-programmed response, but I'm lucky that I'm not lost here. But this is completely messed up. White's position is totally messed up after bishop. This is just strategically a disaster for me. I definitely don't like my game, so good game, man. We've got a challenge from SB362, just to show I'm not perfect. Most people do blunder, you know, but in my mind, that other variation, there's a Russian grandmaster who wrote a book about chess psychology, Nikolai Krogius. It's probably very hard to find this book. Nikolai Krogius on chess psychology. I don't remember the name, if it's just called Psychology in Chess, but he talks about the different reasons why people blunder. Dude, do you really have to play this against me? The game after I lost? Like, this is the most annoying opening I can face. Next to like the C3 Sicilian. Amazon.com? What is that, like a reprint, Bob? Bob found a reference to this, but it's hard to believe they reprinted that book. It's also hard to believe you'd find too many copies of it. Not a hot seller, probably, in its day. Well, I know that, Bob, it's a used bookstore, but I'm surprised we'd even find that. Always difficult deciding with white whether you prefer to take with the knight or the queen on d2, depending on the situation. In the bogus Indian, this looks like solid position, but I normally don't like to play such positions unless I'm content with a draw. It's hard to win with black in this sort of setup. All right, so what are we gonna do? Not really sure. We're gonna transpose some kind of normal bogo. Hikaru. Monster calculator. Well, I mean, he was always a tactical player. I mean, that's his strength, and I think that's. I mean, I don't even know Hikaru that well, to be frank. You know, we've played a couple times. It was a long time ago. But like a lot of young players, Caruana was the same way. I mean, he was very good at tactics, and then like he kind of the rest of his game caught up with him later on. Honestly, I didn't think like either of them would be top players in the world. You know, they were both talented kids, but neither of them was like Carlsen, where it was like really fast that he became this world-class player out of nowhere. So e4 is a little overextending here. I could play e4, knight g5, e3. I think I'd rather not overextend myself. But very hard to play for wins in symmetrical positions. I got another position I don't really enjoy playing here. Like if I only need a draw with black, I like to play the black side of the BOGO. But here, facing a lower rated player than myself, it's frustrating to play this type of position. Knight where? Knight d7, knight c6, knight a6. We have different options. Knight a6 is kind of interesting. He's focusing on h7, tricks like that, but more importantly, like white is focusing on the e4 square. I hung a piece last game, guys. I hope you're happy. Looking good. Too much beer. Just a blind spot, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things. So that's what I was getting to about the Croesus book. There's explanations about, you know, reasons why people, even masters, make particular blunders. Ghost pieces, very common theme. The pieces that come back to life, one of the most common calculation-based mistakes. Like you just, in your mind, this piece is still on the board, it's not on the board anymore. That's one of the most common. So e4. Knight c5, b4, take, 96, 95, 94. Okay, let's try something. I guess I should play a little bit more intuitively sometimes, but I try to play using my time so I can explain everything that's going on. If you play purely intuitive chess, it's not that instructive for people, you know. My intuition is that he has b4, he can play that way, but he kind of weakens his queenside and opens the a file for me. Will hung. Bob, you're thinking about porn all the time. Just scary, man. You have a problem. There are addiction treatment centers. And I think, you know, it's something to really have a conversation with yourself about. Sweet and easy to beat. I told you guys I was easy to beat. All right, now this is a different story. I mean, now I'm getting kind of excited here. Not because of Bob's changing the topic, but now we're looking at a lot less power for white with the knight g5. I might even be able to just nail it down with bishop f5 or... Yeah, this actually looks pretty strong. Does he have knight g5, e3, knight e4? He had that before. Bob, you're being very, very politically incorrect now. We're going to time him out. That was his name. I mean, I guess I won't time you out. Knight g5, critical test. So e3, knight e4. Is this really even good for me? You'd think like his king would be all wrecked. the king safety would just be wrecked here. Knight there. You can do that. I mean, king takes. Knight there. You can do king takes. Huh. Can't believe you can do king takes. So now what happens if like knight g4 check, bishop f5? Always look before you lead. This is getting messed up. Getting kind of weird. Someone is focusing on h7 there. Because, I mean, there's a nasty trap, right? I mean, if knight e3, I'm just getting mated in 2. So, you know, all hands on deck. I mean, that's a very, very dangerous threat. I've been very careful about this the whole time. I mean, you gotta watch out. Oh, that's mean, Bob. Bob's an expert in making NM. You've done it so much yourself. I mean, you know how easy it is. Bob's an old hand at NMing. Rook a6, the rook lift. I feel like I'm playing the Budapest Gambit here. There's some crazy positions. What? I've got 1, 2, 3 pieces attacking e4. Now, you know, rook d5 isn't what it used to be. It's like literally a move I was seriously considering. I mean, just because we want to play like Connect 4 on the 4th rank, or rook d5 now knight e3 suddenly seems playable. Kind of funny. Funny haha. White structure is dubious. What about b4? b4. You're just gonna lose to knight e3 now. So I don't get it. I mean, I think we're just on knight e3. What's the trick? Too many weaknesses in the white position. Just cut down that defender. It's actually the easiest way to win. Removal of defense. The greedy take the rook, take the easy way out. Bishop takes e4. And no fun for white. Just no fun. Very strong threats. Take the easy way. Still hanging on. Yeah. All right, man. So I actually like white's position, frankly. I played the white side of the BOGO. I mean, I think you were doing okay, you know, but the rook fd1 move somehow here. We look at this. I kind of thought white was okay, more or less. But rook fd1 seemed weird. Computer thinks you're slightly worse. b4, ab, ab. I was going to play knight e6. The computer doesn't love this, though. The engine thinks knight a6 is better. I mean, that is logical to go for the b4 pawn. All right. Anyway, guys, let's play. We've got a couple games left. Mr. Bob. I agree that adults can, you know, improve. You know, Bob, I told the story about this Latvian grandmaster, Mises. He said he started playing chess when he was like 21. Norman's Mises. He didn't use the system of his countrymen, you know. browses. He actually plays the games. He actually plays his own games without using a computer. Anyway, no. I don't know, you know. I think that you can definitely still improve at any age. The less responsibilities you have, the easier it's going to be. Mr. Bob. I'm not improving because I'm older. I'm not improving because I'm not focusing on chess enough. Bob. Interesting. Fianchetto Grunfeld. Knight b3. That would be a very aggressive way to play this. There's some school of thought, you know, that might argue that this is okay. Generally speaking, like, you don't want to waste time and pull your pieces away from the center. But I'm trying to be as aggressive as possible with Mr. Bob. Knight c3. c4. Try c4. You went from 800 to 1800 in 2 or 3 years. Well, it took me from 1985. I had my first rating in 1985, and it took me until 1991 to become a national master. So six years from beginner. Well, 6 years from my first rated tournament. I actually started playing around 1984, so 7 years from starting to play to become a national master. And it took me another 8 years to become an international master. Wait a minute, I have bishop f4 now. A whole rook and nothing but a rook, so help you God. This might even be a mistake though. Am I enabling knight e6 or something? Yeah, 800 to 1800 in 2 or 3 years is actually a very good rate. I think it's decent, you know. I was playing, I went from, well, I was never 800. I was like pretty strong in my first tournament. Look at Bob. Say what? How dare you do that, Bob? How dare you? How dare you offer me like a whole rook with tactics, Bob? Dude, check out Bob's ratings. He's 2069 correspondence. Damn, dude. Pretty strong. My first rating was 1275, which is strong for your first rating. We played a lot before I played in my first tournament, though. It's not a bad first rating for a kid. The weaknesses. The weaknesses, Bob. How much do we have here with the weaknesses? Not that much. Like his a7 is a little bit weak. There's a big hole here. The volcanic landscape of Bob's position looks a little bit like Mauna Loa. Jim, I was 1275 after my first tournament. Yeah, that was my first rating. Never went down after that until much later. Till retirement came upon me. Temporary retirement. Never really lost significant rating points. Was pretty steady improving. 1275, the first rating. Bob found it. We're all over him here like a bad suit. Alright, is there a problem?
Yes.
Thank you. Does Bob have a problem?
Yes.
We thought so. There's holes all over the place. I just want to get some affirmation. Oh, the fianchettoed knight. The fianchettoed knight. It's just a classic. Dude, I've been there. You know, we've been there. That fianchettoed knight. It's so awkward. You know, it's like that. It's that moment when you tell your date that you're a chess player. So what do you do? All right. I have this desire to play knight b5. It's probably not a bad move. I feel like I'm not developing my pieces. Groveling. Like my stomach is groveling right now. You felt a joke coming on. Give me that. I'm getting hungry, Bob. Hurry up. Where's the Chinese food? Ordering from Kwan's. Weedmaster is probably getting in the car right about now. So where are you like? Wasn't there a scandal recently where somebody was criticized for screwing in the pieces? If this was like Alexander Ivanov against Bob in a tournament game, like he would so screw that in. It would be like knight c6 and screw it into the board and screw it into the board and screw it into the board. He would like turn it and like, you know, sort of like squeeze it into the square while looking around for, you know, like the audience to see. It's terrible. Yeah. No, Bob, actually the opening looked okay. You know, I thought you played the opening well. To a point, right? But after knight f6, c4, what's the truth here? There's no games where this position has happened. How is that even possible? His whole queenside was gone. The queenside that was no more. How can there be no games where this has ever been played before? That's unbelievable. So where did we leave theory? Totally logical play by both sides. G6, which... Damn, I thought this was an interesting move, Bob. You're following the game of some random 2420 Lithuanian. Oh man, I missed c4. Wow. c4 is just brutal. This guy's a good player. Cantons. c4 just kills black immediately. Wow. Bob got away with something here. Bishop g7. And now, so let's see what these guys did. You got Bakro, Zdenko Kozul, there's Bent Larsen, right? So what do you think these guys did? Did they play knight takes c6 or did they play... You got three very strong players. Do you think they played knight c6 or they played knight b3? Let's see. So who played knight b3? What a coincidence! Hey, look, Bakro, Zdenko Kozul, who's like, you know, the #1 for many years, Croatian, Bent Larsen, and Istvan, Bilek Istvan, who's an awesome Hungarian GM. That was the end of his career. Well, not the end, but he's getting toward the end of his career in 1994. Bilek was a really good specialist in the hyper-modern openings, like the hyper-accelerated dragon, the English with white, so this fits his... Yeah, knight b3 is a really good move. Here, knight f6, knight c3. So they played knight c3. I wasn't that convinced with this. Oparin versus Esserman. Knight c3 here. We lost. Oh, so a lot of people didn't play Bob's move. Okay, so we had some e6s. Some e6s. Larson, Miles. Knight f6. All right, knight f6. So c4. This is a theoretical novelty by me. c4. TN, Bob. New move. Bob played the best move according to the engine. D takes c4. Queen d8 check. Knight d8. And now knight a5. An interesting position. I mean, I'm surprised black thinks, you know, the computer thinks black is better here. That's kind of disturbing. I was under this illusion that I was better. But the engine is just like, no, you're not really better. It's just a flash in the pan, this knight on a5. Good game, Bob. All right, guys, so we have time for another one. But this challenge, 22-31. Wow, boxed. He's boxed. He's got 22-31, but based on a lot of games, so that's cool. He's got 15-88. He doesn't play bullet. Doesn't do that. All right, let's play boxed. Arrogance, the illusion of betterness. That was my arrogance there. I had the illusion that I was better. I'm playing the boring opening. I'm getting kind of tired here. It's Bob's alter ego. E6, very rare move. I had a game with somebody the other day. We can have a similar game here. The E6, E3 poison repertoire. So does anybody want to take credit for being boxed? Like who that is? This random 2200 that just shows up? Do we know who this is? I guess I'm going to play c4 if I can get it. Unfortunately, now he's really threatening to take. Black probably supposed to equalize there. You gotta be like a Romanician to enjoy this position with white. There was a game that just reminded me of Romanician. There was a game there by the man, Romanician. Now do I trade queens? It's similar to the game with Bob. Almost in a sort of scary way. Like it's too similar to Bob's game. He's extra fast too. Yeah, kind of strange for someone who's 2200 to be extra fast, right? That's not something you expect. If he doesn't play bullet and his bullet rating based on 18 games is 1588, that's kind of weird. It's definitely pretty weird. You wouldn't be extra fast if you had that. Yeah, it could be. He might be a little too good for me, I think. I always end the stream with games like this a lot. When is this player, how long has this player had this account? Remember, since July 13th, 2018. He had a drop down to 2007. I mean, there's nothing really suspicious necessarily there. But I'm paranoid of everyone that I play. Black might be slightly better here. What am I going to do? I got to try to play actively. But it's definitely not normal for someone who plays no bullet. It's 1500 based on their 18 bullet games. You know, okay, well, I let my little brother play the bullet games. Well, I mean, what are you going to make, Al? You're not going to make allegations? There's nothing strange about being 1588, Stuk. Like, that's normal to be 2231 in Blitz and 1588. Obviously, you haven't played a computer online before, because that's like the first thing that you see. I mean, literally. Like, I've reported tons to lichess and other sites. So you got to be, we can't deny it, you know, it's like, it happens all the time. Impeachment exists. This is certainly a human move. Rook takes c3. I guess. It looks like a human-ish move. I'm always paranoid of any new players that I play are just 2200. That's a strong rating, I mean. That's also the, I mean, is it? You know, is this a human move? It's kind of fearless. Fearless to a degree. Well, I meant to say I'm paranoid about everybody new that I play. Now what do we do? No place for my bishop to go. The plan was actually to take here, but I think I'm slightly worse. This looks awful for me. Yes. Check him out. I think I should just resign now. I'm just gonna hit the resign button. Play another game. Let's play another game. Just too weird. Somebody else challenge me. This game is just too weird, too clean, too good. I could be wrong, you know, but I don't really want to take a chance on it. Does anybody want to challenge? We have time for one more game. Probably I resigned in equal position. I thought I was lost. I don't care. Let's play another game. Hubert Ding. Hubert, you better have 100 games. 87. Christ. All right. Close enough. 87 games. I normally ask people to have 100. Please don't play like a computer. That's all I ask. I really don't want to waste my time playing people's computers. I'm not going to get upset about it, but I just really don't have any time for that. If I even remotely suspect someone's an engine, I'm just going to like abort the game or resign or something. Just really a waste of time. Guys, we have a sort of regular event here. We do a simul on Sundays. So Sunday at this position I play myself with black, ironically. Sunday at 5:30, we're going to be playing 25 players here on lichess. Long simul. It usually lasts like about 3 hours. So bishop d7. Played this position many times with black. Many more times with black than with white. It's kind of weird being on the white side. I don't get it with white very often. And Hubert, unfortunately, I know nothing about. Hopefully he doesn't play like a computer. So far, he's played opening, all according to my theory, to black. I'm practically an expert in this line for black, and I know how difficult it is. Now, a6 actually isn't the normal move. Typically, you play a5 there. Blockade strategy. So... But once again, I'm not used to playing with white. Maybe I should just play b4 now. Uber driver, stop being a spoiler master. Luckily, I didn't see it before I played it. I would have been pissed if you had said b4. He was here yesterday with the spoilers as well. On this, luckily it wasn't a playing stream, but I warned you about spoilers yesterday. You gotta stop doing that. You had your warning. I guess we just go b5. I suppose there's subtler ways we could play this. Estimate, what are you talking about? Oh, you're literally Queen a5. That's awkward. Now what? A timely move by black. Hubert Ding. Ding Liren, right? So he's basically a follower of Ding Liren. He's a Hubert, and his favorite player is Ding Liren. That's my guess. So he's got something for me here. That's a really interesting move, rook e8. Bishop f6, e takes f6 is the plan. Because bishop f6, knight d5. Even there he might have enough counterplay. Okay, first of all, I could play b6. This move actually appeals to me. I don't know though, this not that clear. This is necessarily that good, but ultimately my pawns are dangerous. What about the plain old knight d5? Knight d5, queen d2. What am I doing? Knight f6, check. Bishop f6, rook d2, bishop d4, rook d4. Maybe white's slightly better there. Yeah, rook c8 looks like the best move. I guess this was my idea. He was like prepared for that. We're gonna go for a knight outpost on the 7th rank and try to push our pawns up. Well, so much for the knight outpost on the 7th rank. But we still got pawns. Luckily, we still have the pawns to push. Knight outpost idea is kind of gone by the wayside here. He wasn't able to blockade the queenside majority with b6. That was my biggest fear when he played queen a5, that he would fix my pawns and disable that advantage. So, looks like a good move. a6. Bishop d4, rook d4. Is this enough to win? Hubert's basically a genius. E5, D5. It's just not enough to win. Probably. Well, he was going to put his knight on c5 forever, for the rest of my life. That was, I mean, once he puts his knight on c5, I mean, I'm afraid that it's like permanently there. It will never ever go away. You know, it's not clear that it's the right move. I mean, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. It wasn't like an easy decision. This is really complicated. I have a crazy idea. I guess I miscalculated. Wait. Well, anyway, we'll try it. Probably I could have prepared this better. See, Uber driver, don't make stupid comments, man. You're gonna make me like lose. This is a losable position. I think it is a losable position. I'm trying to lose it as we speak. You're jinxing me now. That's just first he's doing spoilers, and now he's like the jinx master. The worst he could ever say is like it's a can't lose position. Never ever ever say that. That's like I could think of one. I mean, the pawns are on the same side of the board, you know? That was a strange move. I sort of psyched him out. He should just take on b6 and defend his e7 pawn with rook e8. It's like a draw. Black's a pawn up. But after king here, I'm just tired at this point. So rook c8 check, rook takes, rook check, king over. You know, it's kind of weird. It's probably everything is a draw here. But I mean, this player must be incredibly strong. He's played a really good game. A rook up. What are you talking about, rook up? I don't know why he didn't take on b6 and just defend his e7 pawn. I mean, I'm just basically desperately trying to find a way to win a drawn position to the point where I'm even doing kind of stupid stuff. Now I'm not in danger, you know. But I mean, that line was just desperately trying to win an unwinnable position. Yeah, 5 versus 4. Yeah, it is still dangerous. This is an interesting move. King d8. Quite sure what's up here. My Chinese food is here, so we have to finish this up quickly. You could lose on time, but I was seriously could lose, man. He can take my pawn and be up a pawn in 5 versus 4 endgame. That's as good a way to lose as anything I've ever thought of, you know. All right, Mr. Coffee, we'll see you Sunday. Thanks for being our mod. So now g4 is kind of risky. My rook's trapped. That was a nice little piece of technique there. Did you see that technique? That little tricky trick he got there? That was nice work. I mean, I was probably winning here, and I screwed it up. Yeah, whatever. I mean, this is a draw. Terrible, terrible. Terrible endgame. Look at this. First of all, we start with the comedy position, right? Where I try to get fancy and I'm trying to win the unwinnable position. Where is this? Rook c7. When did I play rook c7? Where the heck is that move? Where the heck is rook c7? Dude, seriously. Can we please go back? Here, okay. Here, 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 here. I never played rook c7. I was just threatening to play rook c7. Wait. This position, okay. Right, okay. So, I mean, that's the scariest thing. He thought forever and he didn't take on b6. I mean, first of all, after this, you could just play like rook e8. You know, you have no losing chances. Literally like pawn up. And then, no, so he plays, the other variation is really interesting. Like takes here, check, king f2, rook b2 check, king g3. You know, I was looking at this. And I'm actually, this is what I'm thinking about, Uber driver. Like this position, I'm thinking about like, am I winning here? You know, I'm like close to winning in this position. But I would definitely, you know, I definitely had like chances to lose. I thought, This is just ridiculous. So then at the end, this is a draw, I guess, objectively. But we have this position where I'm about to agree to a draw, and here he doesn't play, what, king e6? This is the clear draw. So now he plays rook takes b6, rook f7. And here I thought I'm winning, but check it out. King e8, rook g7, and d5. Just miraculously saves him. Perfect. And it's just a draw. So he was never lost, never in any danger of losing. Interesting. I'm the one that was like trying to lose, like the whole endgame. Looks like the opening, I mean the game analysis is taking forever. Anyway. Really well played game by Black. A6 is very rare. White is better after b4. This game though, I mean I had a huge advantage, but queen a5 keeps him in the game. And now you were suggesting knight d5, the spoiler. That's his new name, Uber Driver. We're going to call him the spoiler. Why not just knight d5? According to the spoiler. Queen d2, knight f6 check. Like, I'm not a psychic. I mean, I didn't know this was good for white. I just thought, okay, it's like equal-ish or something, you know, this endgame. But the spoiler knows more. Spoiler understood how powerful my advantage really is. The Uber spoiler. No, I couldn't think of that. I'm too tired. It was a nice line though, 95. I don't know what's going on with lichess. Forget about that. Forget about that. I'm not allowed to get game analysis. Guys, thanks everybody for watching. We've had a great week. We'll see you on Sunday with the simul for 25 players. I'm gonna grab some dinner. I'd like to thank Mr. Coffee, JCS, and our entourage of moderators, including Infinite Flash Chess. I should have another Stockfish. Well, I mean, I don't know what's available on Firefox. You know, I mean, that's the thing. Maybe I should use a different browser or whatever. You know, I'm not sure. It's probably a good point. You'll offer an inconsiderate draw on Sunday. I'm looking forward to it, Bob. I'm sort of... Oh, no, that's not you. I thought it was Bob. So, HTFP. Don't worry about it. Just motivates me to beat you all the more. Anyway, guys, I will see you on Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully the stream will be moving back to Budapest. No London systems, no computers, no opening book. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for playing. And again, thanks to Mr. Coffee, to JCS, and to, who is that other guy? Infinite Flash Chess. Bye-bye. You sound like the other panda. See you guys later.